You protect the people that hurl horrific verbal abuse and physical abuse at you. And yet you still stand in their defense when they need you. You have so much to be proud of. And tonight, we honor that. So again, welcome. The weather finally warming up in the city of Nashville, which is nice. We went through a very cold winter. It was actually so cold that the anarchists in West Asheville were burning their own property instead of burning city property. So it's something to be thankful for, right? By the way, I did come with the jokes tonight. There was supposed to be a riot helmet up here in case anybody decided to get Will Smithy on me and come up here and start smacking around, so settle it down. It was actually so cold, City Council actually had their hands in their own pockets for once. Florida still taxed me to death, Mayor, come on now. I got jokes, but remember, it's all good fun. When it was announced that Chief Zach was going to be taking over at APD, I knew we needed to establish a new relationship with the chief. And so I kind of made it a point to make sure that we could get in contact with him and get him on the morning show and just kind of figure out who this character is. Because let's face it, Chief Zach's the 473rd chief that we've had in the 7 years now in the city of Asheville. And how did you actually overcome the Asheville dating scene in under 2 years? I've been here 7. No offense, April. But I mean, really, it's a start, so you know. So it was announced that he was coming in. I knew we had to get him into the show, and we did end up getting him into the show. By the end of the summer, COVID was in full swing. Of course, we had the riots that destroyed parts of the city and the downtown area. And somehow or another, I had convinced Chief Zach to come in every single Thursday. He had zero reason to come in and sit with a media person for a half an hour every week, considering what was going on in the city. May God help us if any of the off-air comments ever come to light. The truth is that the chief has become a very good friend. We have an understanding. Sometimes I have to ask tough questions, and I get that sometimes there's things that he just can't talk about. Outside of that, though, as I said, the chief is a great friend, and I'm extremely grateful for that friendship, Chief. We've been known to solve the world's problems at Casablanca Cigar Bar, possibly over a few bourbons and cigars. Safe rides home, though, provided by Uber and Clarissa, so don't anybody worry. Here's where the crowd control helmet was going to come in. It's a tight mayor. Just relax. It's okay. I've been hard on you in the morning times, but it's all in good fun. This will be my last year appearing at the APD Awards banquet. Some of you have come in to visit with the chief on Thursday mornings. Captain Mike Lamb. I actually had a chance to ride with Mike. Nearly every person we encountered when we toured Hillcrest Public Housing, not only did they know him by first name, they were happy to see him. Matter of fact, he's such a nice guy, I couldn't even think of a joke to tell about Mike Lamb. That's how nice a guy he is. I know you guys are him, I'm sure some other people have said it. Where's Evan Flanders, Sergeant Evan Flanders?
He's right here.
Okay. So I just want you to know from now on, we will refer to Sergeant Evan Flanders as Fabio. Yeah. Because you see, there were 2 married women at the station the day that Fabio came to the radio station for a visit. Both were willing to go down for fentanyl trafficking just to say that they put handcuffs on by Evan Flanders. It's amazing. Never seen anything like it before. Captain Joe Silverman. Huge resource for me when I have procedural questions. The guy is literally a walking SOP manual. I am eternally grateful for all your help when I call you with dumb questions, and you have the patience to answer them. It's greatly appreciated. So you thought I was going to go after your height, didn't you? Settle down, Bert Troy. You're okay. A lot has changed with APD aside from the chief multiple times in the past 7 years. Officers in West Asheville are now going to be outfitted with pooper scoopers. That would be for the human poop and not the dog poop. Just in case you didn't know. Here it comes, now relax. This is the big one, all right? Actually, no, yours is next. In North Asheville, the officers are now carrying boxes of healing crystals and sage smokesticks. It's to distract all the virtue signaling hippies from trying to tell people of color what to think and how to feel. I lived in North Asheville for 5 years, I can say that, okay? And it's true. Not the sage and the crystals, the virtue signaling retired hippies. But you got to admit, we have quite the city here. We have a lot of the same things that big cities have. We have a bustling downtown. We have an artsy river district, the cultural experience of the drum circle, a downtown historical monument. Ooh, never mind, we don't have it. Scratch that, sorry. I mean, these appellate cases come up quick, okay? You never know which way this thing could be real tomorrow, we don't know. Most of all, though, we have rallies and protests, and every now and then a good old city-destroying riot. Good times. So we have a water bottle by chance. See, I told you, the helmet. I should have had the damn helmet. You know, I remember the first rally and protest that I covered when I moved here to the city of Asheville. It was a topless rally. When I got there, it was two homeless guys without their shirts on and a one-legged prostitute named Eileen. My therapist tells me those images will go away at some point in time. And now, how about city council? Huh? They are quite the crew, aren't they? Some of them are here tonight. You know, the mayor is here. Welcome, Madam Mayor. I know I've been extremely hard on you and your administration in the morning time, but you have to realize that's what gets them to sign a check. Like, that's kind of a job. All the time, actually, I pretty hard on you all the time. I'll go that far. If someone wouldn't mind going out to my car and standing next to it before the mayor sends an aide out to let the air out of the tires, that would be wonderful as well. With city council, you never have to question which way they're going. It's always left. Way left. Always left. Some don't even have cars that turn right. They actually turn left 3 times and go around the right. But you know what? None of us stood up and said, you know what, we'll put ourselves out there and run for that position. So kudos to you. Well, you need more? I mean, come on.
Yeah, right now I need a few votes.
Yeah. That's all I do, Mayor. That's all I do. But you could work, you could have 10 minutes Monday morning.
It could be worse.
Yes, you could. You know, by the way, this first version of the monologue, I rewrote 6 times prior to knowing that anyone from City Council was going to be here. The first edition was lit. And you can buy that off of Patreon for $5. It helps go to the Wayward Home for Radio guys. I only kid. And again, welcome to all of you. It's good that you were here. It will be better if you pick up the next round, but it's good to have you here nonetheless. So, we do have a ton of awards to get to, so the sooner we get done with the awards, the sooner we get to the after party in the evidence room. See, equal opportunity offender here, folks. It's all about singeing and not burning, right? Singe and not burn. I'd like to put on the record that I got Mayor Esther Mannheim with a smile, which I'm certain the only look I've ever gotten from her was a scowl when she heard what I said on the air. Because there are so many awards to give out this year, the presentation will be a bit different from previous banquets. A great example is that we are going to start with the 2019 special recognitions. It's the 2020 and 2021 banquet, but due to the pandemic, these important awards have not yet been presented, and they deserve our appreciation and our recognition. So, we're going to start with the 2019 Volunteer of the Year Award. APD's Volunteer of the Year for 2019 is Chaplain Tom Flowers. Although Chaplain Flowers relocated and is no longer volunteering with the department, it's important to recognize the contributions that he made in 2019. He completed many hours of training and service of the department and volunteered over 520 hours of his time in 2019. He spent 380 hours of those with officer ride-alongs, department events, and visits to department facilities. Unfortunately, Chaplain Flowers moved out of state and is unable to be here tonight. In recognition of his consistent demonstration of respect, admiration, and appreciation for APD employees, we named Chaplain Flowers as the Volunteer of the Year in 2019.